Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Scott's Soldiers. This afternoon I want to review my holdings of figures related to World War I, specifically the Canadian Expeditionary Force, with an emphasis on the 1st Canadian Division. But I do have a number of Vandus who served with the 2nd Division. These figures are from Fuselier Miniatures and Tommy Atkins in England, so a shout out to the Turner family which makes these lines. I like the range of figures they produce. The painting is well done, and they are always willing to do custom paint jobs as they did with mine. Like Fuselier, there are makers who will also customize if you're unsure of your own skills or are not certain how to make a set of figures representative of your regiment or division. I encourage you to reach out directly to the maker and have that conversation. So let's get into the video. I'm going to start with this set of cavalry charging with swords. Fuselier Miniatures number WW105. I originally saw these on another YouTube channel hosted by Big John 007. He does shows in England and toy soldier figures, so check out his channel. Certainly an anachronism today, but in World War I, there were still tacticians who held out hope that mounted cavalry could turn the tide of battle from trench stalemate to thrust into the rear areas and lead a way out of the mud to more open territory. These figures are painted to represent the Canadian Dragoons, which were shown in episode 45. This set is Fuselier's number 142, and I was torn between buying a stretcher bearer party or more marching figures. I ended up with this set because, in my opinion, I felt this set needed to reflect that war is not glory, it is also horror. This set is complemented by this figure from Ted's Toy Soldiers of Canadian medical surgeon Captain John McCrae, who served on the Western Front and is best known for his poem In Flanders Field. I'll leave a link if you want to learn more about this man and his personal history as we approach November 11th. This figure was part of a subscription promotion by the then Toy Soldier and Model Figure magazine about 10 years ago. Here we have another set from Fuselier, number 124, of Canadians 1st Division marching. As I've repeated ad nauseum, British figures with a little paint can be turned into any Commonwealth figure by adding shoulder patches or changing a color here or there. I mean, after all, look at what King and Country did with their 8th Army 25-pounder howitzer crews. A little paint change, and you went from Brits to Aussies. This next grouping is also from Fuselier, number 123. It had no Canadian shoulder patches when I purchased it, but having seen what Fuselier did with set number 124, I simply did what I've said repeatedly and voila, 1st Canadian Division. I mentioned at the onset that Fuselier has a range of figures, and set number 152 is reflective of that. I tried to paint it to be a Canadian 1st Division motorcycle machine gun unit, but the painting's not so great. Again, that's me. But if you take a look at it, the detail, both in the spokes on the motorcycle wheels and the machine gun itself, are terrific. And if you like collecting this sort of stuff, check out their website. These remaining figures appeared in episode 39. They are Tommy Atkins. I picked them up at the gift shop in the Quebec City Citadel, and they are, of course, supposed to be of the Royal 22nd Regiment, the Vandus of the 2nd Canadian Division. I think it's brilliant how the Citadel marketed these, and I, and certainly every other collector, wish that every fort, citadel, museum, and military installation, historic or not, would do the same. While some of the public may disagree with their presence on gift store shelves, I'm not entirely sure what candies, cookies, jams, and recipe books have to do with military history and our efforts to learn from our past. Well, that's my rant for the day. I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to share it with a friend or hit the like or subscribe buttons. Until next time, keep collecting.